Hello and welcome to my minimalist car camper tour. Starting from the back, you'll notice there's a couple of things different about the living situation. I'm using this hammock rather than an actual bed just for convenience sake. And it fits just perfectly, and I'll show you a bit later how I rigged this up. So I've got this hammock rigged up for me to sleep in. It's a super kind of easy, lightweight solution that doesn't take a lot of time for me to set up, so really good for, weekend trips. I'm actually able to lie down and stretch out all the way if I'm sleeping kind of diagonally in the hammock like this. If you'll notice, it's attached up here to this rear attachment point. Not sure if all Honda Fits have this. I have a 2009 Honda Fit, but I think I've seen the same feature in many different Honda cars. And up here in the front, we are attached to the two front seats. I have it looping around the passenger seat, which is pushed all the way forward, and then attached over here on the driver's side seat. Just so the length of this hammock can be the correct length to fit in this space. And I would say I'm probably approaching the maximum height for like what would be comfortable and feasible in this hammock and in this car. So I'm about 5'4". I think maybe up to like 5'6" could sneak in this car this way, but anything taller than that might have a bit of difficulty. But yeah, definitely am able to stretch out comfortably. You kind of have to go diagonal. Sitting just normally, your feet are going to be like too high up like this, so you kind of have to stretch out in this sort of fashion, diagonal across the hammock, which in my opinion is the best way to sleep in a hammock anyway. That way your butt doesn't droop too low and you don't end up in a weird position that might do wonky things to your back. Yeah, and let me show you guys how this is attached. Loop this loop around that attachment point, and then I take the carabiner and I clip it back in like that, and from there super solid. And a closer look at the front over here. I have the passenger side seat pushed all the way forward. I use this bottom part under here for storage. And then I have the hammock going around the headrest of the passenger side seat over to the headrest of the driver's side seat, and then I have the carabiner clipped in right here on the driver's side seat. And this is, again, why I would probably not recommend you do this with a more expensive hammock. I'm not sure how well this holds up in the long term. This feels pretty sturdy. This hammock feels pretty reasonable quality, but there is quite a bit of tension on this point here when you are lying in this hammock. I've never spent more than like a few nights with this setup. This is kind of my short-term camping setup for when I'm too lazy to put everything in my car and then dismantle my whole car again. So for like a long-term setup, I don't think I would recommend this, but for a short-term, it's can't really beat the like size and convenience, because I'm pretty much able to use my car as I would normally, and just keep this in here for any time I want to take a nap in here or go on a little impromptu adventure. This is one of those portable hammocks that comes with a bag, so I just stuff most of the hammock back into the bag. And there's a little cinch closure right here, so I can just kind of cinch it closed. And I just leave this like this. I leave my blanket in here. I leave some like kind of extra emergency supplies and just random things in this bag. And ready to go. It's pretty much back to being a normal car. Take down the back curtain, obviously, because I need to drive, and I usually leave that in here. And on a day-to-day basis, I usually just leave these curtains up in the car because they can be folded away neatly, which is nice. And even when I'm not camping or sleeping in here, these curtains are still super useful and usable to have. Yeah, for just hanging out, reading a book in here, or anything like that. Yeah, so this setup definitely is pretty versatile. You know, it doesn't even have to be for camping or camper type activities. You know, if you just want to chill somewhere with a nice view and read a book, or, you know, play some Nintendo DS or something like that, then you can. And you'll have a cool place to chill inside of your car, away from the elements, but still in the elements to some extent. Hope y'all found this useful and you have a good time adventuring in your car hammocks. Also, if you guys end up trying this out on your own car, I'm curious to know what types of cars that this will work on. Because that's now going to be my main criteria when I want a new car, is will I be able to fit a hammock in it? I hope so, but this car's still running strong, so fingers crossed.